corner. A beautiful pitch, and the second out. So 2 strikeouts to start off the game for Addie Walls. And the Wolverines going to bring their sophomore catcher, Izzy Walsh, to the plate. She takes a called strike. Izzy had a very good game yesterday. Wolverines played Ashland yesterday. I believe Izzy went 3 for 4. She had a bunch of RBIs as well as runs. It's a swing and a miss on second pitch. She does a terrific job behind the plate. She's been starting since her freshman year, and terrific with the bat too, and one of the high IQs when she's on the base path. That's a high pitch. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Walls, a swing and a miss, and she strikes out the side to kick off the top of the first. And they're going to bring the Hopkinton bats, which are always dangerous, up for the bottom of the first. And we'll take a quick break here. You're watching Girls TVL Large Softball on HCAM, as well as being streamed on Westwood Media Center. Welcome back, folks. Kicking off the bottom of the first inning. Coming to the plate for the Hillers is the pitcher, Addie Walls. She just struck out the side in the first inning. A great start for the Hiller pitcher. She's going to be facing Bridget Mulkeen. Bridget Mulkeen just had her 600th strikeout the other day versus Ashland. So 2 terrific competitors going head-to-head here. Mulkeen going to be pitching at Holy Cross next year. So a terrific leader. She's one of the 4 captains for the Wolverines. That ball is fouled away, so quick. No ball, 2 strike count for Mulkeen. The 0-2 pitch. In play down the first base side, it's going to be foul. So the hitting lineups for the Hillers: Addie Walls first, Zoe Levine second, Caroline Osman third, Holly Parhurk the cleanup hitter. The 0-2 pitch. That one is fouled off again. 5 hitter Charlotte Holden is playing second base. 6 hitters Zoe Adams. She's the DH, number 10. Don't see who at number 10. The 7 hitter, don't see. Number 8, Ashley Callery. They're playing third base. 0-2 pitch in play. It's going to go through the middle of the infield, and singling off to get on base early here is Addie Walls helping out the effort. So a nice piece of hitting there, able to find the gap between second and the shortstop, right over the second base bag. It's going to bring to the plate number 2, Zoe Levine. That's a inside strike call. Nice location there by Malkeen. Off-speed pitch catches the strike zone as well. So back-to-back batters starting with an 0-2 count. That's been an MO for Malkeen, is getting ahead in the accounts, getting some strikes early where she can start throwing the off-speed pitch. That ball is outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So another ball. So the count evens at 2-2. So the 7-hitter for the Hillers I didn't have at the time. It is Tenley Wynn. So Tenley Wynn, who is playing first base, is the 7-hitter for the Hillers. So we got an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, that is foul tipped to stay alive. So a nice battle going on right now between Levine and Malkeen. A overcast day, a little, good cool spring day we have here. A lot of jackets on, and strike 3 for her first strikeout for Bridget Malkeen. She had 12 yesterday versus the Hillers. But remarkable softball. You can go back-to-back days and still pitch, and the arm is still in decent shape. Can't do that in baseball. That first pitch high to the 3 hitters. Caroline Osman, catcher for the Hillers. Very good hitter. I remember calling her name last year. So my name, Morgan Donahue. I do play-by-play for Westwood games, and we had covered the Hiller Wolverine game in Westwood, and the bats were active for the Hillers in that game. Remember calling Caroline's name, as well as Holly Polharic. I believe Levine as well, Addie as well. So I mean, a very good hitting team, the Hillers, and certainly going to be a fun matchup today. Ball in play. Malkeen's going to play it. Throw it on to first. Eve Clinton steps on the bag, and that's 2 outs for the Wolverines. So a nice play by the pitcher, Malkeen, able to get the ball on the turf pretty early. So just make a nice easy throw over to Eve Clinton at first base. Eve, one of, I believe, 4 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Wolverines. Very, very impressive. So 2 outs, going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Holly Polharic. She got hit with the pitch, and she's going to take first. You could hear that from here. That certainly looked like it was painful. She's going to walk that off. That's going to put her on first. So you got Walls on second, Polharic on first, with Zoe Adams coming to the plate, designated hitter for the Hillers. We got boys action kicking off right now as well. We got both fields connected to each other. Tom Nappy on the call for that game. I believe that's on HCAM Education Channel. So a lot of action today here on a Friday between 2 rivals. Both teams, both games are rivalry games. TVL large for baseball, TVL large for softball. And that ball is in play. It gets down just past the second baseman. The throw coming in, 1 run scores, checking in on third, safe at third. Walls is able to score. And Holden is looking to get into a pickle to try and get Polharic to sneak in from third, but runner's going to stay at bay. That was a well-placed hit, just went over the second base Mia French's head. She did a terrific effort trying to dive for that. Just missed it. A ball in play, and Hopkinton on the board, 1-0. First pitch is a strike call. The runner was going. They checked in on third on the steal attempt. And they're just going to give the base and just focus on the batter. So Zoe Adams takes a call strike. So 2 strikes. 2 strikes to Zoe Adams. Pitch from Malkeen, high and away. So runners on second and third. 2 outs. Wolverines looking to get out of this inning with just 1 run scored. And a chopper in play. Malkeen going to underhand it to Clinton. And the Wolverines going to get out of the inning. So after 1 full inning of softball, the Hopkinton Hillers 1, the Westwood Wolverines 0. We'll take a quick break here from our sponsors. Yep. Welcome back, folks. Kicking off the top of the second inning. Coming to the plate is Bridget Malkeen. She is the cleanup hitter for the Wolverines. She's also the starting pitcher. She can hit the ball very, very well. Last year we called a number of games for her for Westwood Media Center, and she could tear the cover off the ball when she gets a nice piece of it. Takes the first pitch low. Always love to see the pitcher on pitcher matchups. The first inning for Abby Walsh, she was able to get the single. So Malkeen looking to do the same. And she gets a nice rip on that one. That gets into the left center field gap. She rounds first. She's going to work her way into second with the stand-up double. Nice piece of hitting there for Bridget Malkeen to help out the effort, which is going to bring up fellow captain, junior captain, Abby Johnson. Plays third base for the Wolverines. And they're going to bring in a pinch runner for Bridget. See if we can get a number confirmation. So 1 on, no outs. Johnson, that's a cut on that one. For a strike, they're going to check in on second. Safe at second. That is Catherine Granada, the runner at second. So that's a ball high. Granada looking to bait a throw. She does. Gets back safely. And he's looking to draw a throw that might get into center field to get to third. Well, very smart, able to get back to the bag. And certainly knew how far enough she could be to really bait that throw, and got a throw. The 1-1 pitch, strike called. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boys game between Westwood and Hopkinton underway. It's a 0-0 game in the top of the first. That pitch is a ball. So even count we have. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the second inning. As Don Orsillo would say, deuces are wild. But we don't have 2 outs, so it's not technically how he used to use that expression. Johnson able to foul that one off. And that's something that used to seeing against these two teams is battling pitcher in batter battles, you know, with just fouling off pitches to wait for the right one, and also enable the pitcher to consume more pitches. And a swing and a miss there. So Wall's able to get the strikeout on Johnson and get the first out for the Hillers here in the top of the second. And coming to the plate, number 14, Brooke Benger, freshman. The Wolverines, first one is fouled just over the backstop. Brooke is playing right field today. As I mentioned, 4 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Wolverines, very impressive. And then Granada on second base is a freshman. Brooke takes a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second. Pitch from Walls. She gets the swing and miss. Checking. Looked like they were going to check in on second, but it was just a throwback to Walls. So back-to-back strikeouts for Walls after a leadoff double by Mulkeen. Mia French kind of come to the plate for the Wolverines, second base. Freshman as well. First cut is a foul back to the backstop. Hillers looking to get out of this inning unscathed after a leadoff double by Mulkeen. And back-to-back strikeouts by Walls. Leads us to this next pitch. That ball is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Starting to feel a nice chill wind coming in now. A swing and miss on that pitch. So rebounding nicely after the leadoff double is Walls. Back-to-back strikeouts. She's now got a 1 ball, 2 strike count. And a good eye there by French. Holds on that one to get the count evened. Both benches very active, cheering on their teammates. That ball is low, so we get full count. Which, smart pitch by Walls. You don't need to throw perfect pitches or strikes, you know, really down the middle when you have a runner on second. First base is open. 3-2 pitch. Fouled just down the left side, right by the Hiller dugout. So another good battle going on here. The freshman Mia French and Addie Walls. And a swing and a miss. Walls, after a leadoff double, gets three strikeouts in a row. She's done that back-to-back innings to have 6 strikeouts in a row through 1.5 innings. So through 1.5, the Hillers won, Westwood nothing. And we'll be right back. Denise, what's your last name? Antaki.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome back, folks. The bottom of the second inning here. Hillers coming back up to the plate. Charlotte Holden, or excuse me, I believe we have Tenley Wynn coming to the plate. And she gets a piece of that one for a foul. We have Denise Intaki on camera, Morgan Donahue on microphone. bringing HCAM as well as Westwood Media Center coverage of TVL Large Girls Softball between the two co-champs from last year. That pitch is a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Tenley. Fouled off again. A little off-speed pitch there by Malkeen. Wynn was just a little bit ahead of that one. Well, very impressive, both pitchers so far. Addie Wall, 6 strikeouts. All 6 strikeouts, or all outs from the first and second inning have been strikeouts. And got a piece of that one was Wynn, so staying alive out there. That was a tough pitch to get a bat on. Did a terrific job getting a piece of that one. Wynn is the first baseman for the Hillers. A pitch just outside, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. The good eye. Or 2 balls and 2 strikes, so an even count. Got a score update in the boys game. Westwood up 1-0 in the top of the first. That ball, did it catch a piece? It looks like it did, so Wynn is going to take first after being hit by the pitch. So leadoff hitter on for the Hillers. Tenley Wynn on first. Ashley Callery at the plate, playing third base for the Hillers. Takes a first pitch strike from Malkeen. Oh, 1 pitch, a good one. Called strike 2. So 2 quick strikes for Malkeen. As mentioned earlier, Malkeen in the Ashland game yesterday got her 600th career strikeout in a Westwood Wolverine uniform. Remarkable. And gets the strike 3 swinging for Westwood's first out. And that is Malkeen's 2nd strikeout. Coming to the plate is Callie Arthur. I believe we said her name a couple times this year when I did some games with Tom, and I think the hockey games. Sounds like a familiar name. And a pass ball is going to allow Wynn to advance to second. So runner in scoring position now with 1 out. Arthur at the plate. Arthur, center fielder for the Hillers. And a good pitch there by Malkeen. She always does a terrific job of bouncing back. You know, if it's a ball, she'll throw that next one as a strike. And she always likes to get ahead. Get ahead in the calls and gets another called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes for the senior captain pitcher. It's the bottom of the second inning. The Hillers up 1-0. They have a runner on second with 1 out. And that ball is hit to the right side. Got a good piece of that one. That is foul. But a good piece of the barrel on that was Callie Arthur. So right back at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. One-two pitch. And Malkeen gets the strike 3 call and her 3rd strikeout of the game. Both pitchers dialed in right now. And a lot of strikeouts. Addie Walls, the leadoff hitter, back at the plate. Singled in her first at-bat. She's got 6 strikeouts on the day so far. Fastball is in really on point today. She's got a really good high fastball, getting some of the Wolverine players to chase after it, and then also hitting the corners nicely. So a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Wolverines looking to get out of the inning unscathed themselves. That ball is in play and hits. Wynn is going to score, and another single from Addie Walls. So 2 well-positioned hits by Walls into the outfield, adding, as we mentioned earlier, to the effort to put the Hillers up 2-0 here early, the bottom of the second. We're just going to bring to the plate Zoe Levine. Zoe had a strikeout in last at-bat, and this is a well-hit ball towards center field. Hits just below the fence. Walls is going to score. Levine gets to second. She's working for third. Throw by Walsh in time. So Walsh able to get Levine out at third to end the inning, but not after the Hillers able to get their third run across the plate to go up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. So after 2 innings and 2 runs this inning, the Hillers up 3-0 on the Westwood Wolverines. Yeah, she hums it. They do.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yep.
Okay, because they would be on. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice advantage to have the last at bat. All right, welcome back, folks. Addie Walls, 6 strikeouts through so far through 2 innings. Coming up to the plate for the Wolverines, Julia Raffoni, center fielder. She gets a cut on that one, heading towards first base and caught by the first baseman for the Hillers. That was played by Tenley Wynn. Get a quick out. So only 1 hit so far to show for the Wolverines. It was the Mulkeen double to lead off the second inning. Wolverines now at the plate, Bella Gentile. Swing and a miss on that first pitch. Wall's been placing those fastballs nicely, just at the top of the strike zone, getting a lot of swings and misses on the fastball, chasing after it a little bit. A 1 ball and 1 strike. So Gentile, ball is low, just missed her foot. It's going to be 2 balls. Wolverines looking to get a runner on base to cut into the 3-0 lead for the Hillers. Very productive inning last inning. The Hillers got a couple hits to get those 2 runs across. So a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch from Walls, low. It's going to create a full count. So full count for Gentile. top of the order on deck with Marino for the Wolverines. And a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Walls. Her 7th of the game. So Sasha Marino coming to the plate. Sasha, terrific hitter. She hit over 500 last year for the Wolverines, and she's off to a great start this year as well. She gets a piece of this one, and a line out to Paul Herrick for the 1-2-3 inning for the Hillers. So right back to getting a bat in their hand after a 1-2-3 inning, looking to add to their 3-0 win, or 3-0, lead at the bottom of the 3rd inning. So we'll take a quick break, folks. We'll be back for the start of the bottom of the 3rd. All right, ready to kick off the bottom of the 3rd. Malkeen gets a first pitch call strike. We have I think we have Zoe Adams. Zoe Adams at the plate. That's a ball called, so 1 ball and 1 strike. And a strike called as well. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like it's actually Caroline Osman who's up right now, the catcher, after Levine got the last out. So Osman, 1 ball, 2 strike count. She gets a piece of this one to right field, heading towards the gap. Raffoni just missed it. Osman heads into second, sliding with a stand-up double. So it was a nice piece of hitting there, able to direct it towards the right side. Ball landed in the gap area. And the Hillers get the leadoff hitter on base. Coming to the plate is Holly Polharic. They're going to get a pinch runner for Osman. Ava Davenport coming in to run. So Holly, saw her play last year. Incredible talent, terrific hitter. Got sure hands in the field. Checking in on second, but Malkeen's going to hold on to it. So the thing about softball is runners on the bases always trying to be a distraction to get some throws, some wild throws that can advance runners. It's a smart, it's high IQ softball. We see it a bunch, drawing throws that can advance runners and eventually score runners. So 1 ball, 1 strike for Paharik. That takes a ball, the 2 balls and 1 strike count. Paharik looking to advance the runner on second. And a good cut there. That goes off the right side of the backstop. Remember calling Holly's name during the basketball season as well. So it's fun. I think just a lot of familiar names seeing on the roster from other sports that we called with Tom in our collaboration games. An off-speed pitch there. Good job by Paharik to get a bat on that one. With 2 balls and 2 strikes, no outs. The bottom of the third. The ball in play, gets to the right side of the infield. Runner from second is going to score. And a RBI single for Paharik. Put the Hillers up 4-0. That was a nice piece of hitting. Went with the pitch. Hit it through the right side of the infield with a lot of velocity. And allowed the runner on second to score. Showing bunt is Charlotte Holden. That was a strike called, so no balls, 1 strike. So Holden, got Paharik on first. She's heading to second. The throw from Walsh, she's going to get there safely. That was a good throw from Walsh. Paharik was about just a step ahead. See Walsh, very impressive catcher for the Wolverines. I mentioned she started all the games last year as a freshman. A sophomore now, so certainly a future captain for the Wolverines. Just as impressive with a bat in her hands as she is in the field. One ball, 2 strike count. That's a ball, so even count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Paharik on second. Ball in play, it's going to get through the right side of the infield. Paharik rounding third. She's going to score. So an RBI single for Charlotte Holden. Very identical to the Paharik single, just to the right side of the infield with some velocity. And able to get another run across the board to go up 5-0. Mulkeen gets first pitch called strike there on the new batter, which is Zoe Adams. Oh, 1 pitch is high. Zoe grounded out to the pitcher. Mulkeen in her first at-bat in the first inning. Off-speed pitch, gets the strike called. So 2 strikes, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Holding on first. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Mulkeen gets the strikeout. Mulkeen's 4th strikeout of the game. And Tenley Wynn coming to the plate. That ball gets past Walsh. And Holden makes her way to second base. So runner in scoring position now with 1 out. Tenley Wynn at the plate. She was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat in the second inning. That one is fouled off. That's the first strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Wynn. 1 out. Holden on second. Off-speed pitch is low for the second ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. foul tip. Wasn't able to get a piece of that one. And Malkin able to get the second strike in the count. It is a cold one today. In the Westwood area, there was actually snow on the ground to start off the day. It was an interesting way to start the day. And originally today was supposed to be a home game for Westwood for both baseball and softball. Field conditions after the overnight snow weren't in great shape, and we've already had a few rescheduled games. So we're able to benefit from the turf here and move the games to Hopkinton. This ball is in play, heading towards Raffoni in center, makes the catch. Makes a nice play to get the second out for the Wolverines. Track that one down nicely. The Wolverines getting 2 outs now. Coming to the plate for the Hillers. Ashley Callery, she had a strikeout in her first at-bat. That one is heading towards the right field line. And a beautiful play there by the Wolverines. That was Brooke Banger with a beautiful catch down the line to get the third out and to get the Wolverines out of the third inning. So after 3 innings, Hopkinton 5, Westwood 0. What's the best way to mute the mic in between innings?
Oh, I know. Not here. We're not doing it there. I'll have to ask,
Yeah, okay.
that's what I told him. I'm not that
Update in the boys' game. Looks like it is a 1-1 game. Hillers just scored their first run in the bottom of the second inning. So Tom Nappy on the call for the baseball game. Denise Intaki on camera, Morgan Donahue on microphone here. Or HCAM coverage. Girls softball between the Hillers and Westwood. And coming to the plate for the Wolverines is Mia Poles. She had a strikeout in her first at-bat.
I'll be able to mute it next time.
Okay. That first pitch is low. So Addie Walls, 8 strikeouts on the day. Not a bad day so far, the Hiller pitcher. 2 balls on the ground. Two balls, no strikes. That's in play, and that's going to get through the infield. Mia Poles with the leadoff hit here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The second hit for the Wolverines. With the heart of the lineup coming up. Nice piece of hitting there by Mia. Izzy Walsh, catcher, up at the plate. She had a strikeout in her first at-bat. Very fast runner. When she gets the ball on the ground, she is tough to beat on the throw to first. Swinging a miss there. So a quick 0-2 count for Walls. So Poles on first. The 0-2 pitch. That is low, so ball called. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout for Walls. We've seen that a few times today. That is her 9th. Bridget Mulkeen coming to the plate. She had a double in her first at-bat. Hit a stinging line drive to right center. Stand-up double. She's got pulls at first, looking to advance the runner and get on base herself. Takes a ball called, so 2 balls, no strikes. Pitcher on pitcher matchup here. Mulkeen down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Poles going to round second. Ball goes out of play, so it looks like it's going to be a ground rule double for Mulkeen. So 2 runners in scoring position. It's interesting. It went down the line, then went out of the out of bounds area, which is kind of the ground rules here. Each field has its own different ground rules. But a good piece of hitting there by Mulkeen, gets the double to advance Poles. And runners at second and third with 1 out. And Abby Johnson at the plate. He takes a nice cut at that pitch, fouled off to the backstop. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third for Westwood. The pitch is high for a 1-1 count. It is a cold one, folks. So shout out to these kids. They are tough kids competing in this cold weather. That is a high pitch there, so 2 balls and 1 strike. Wolverines looking to cut into the 5-0 lead by the Hillers. The pitch, strike called. That's going to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is high, so full count coming. Full count. Runners anticipating contact, and a swing and miss there. And a strikeout. With a strikeout for Walls. It was a timely strikeout with the runners in scoring position for the Wolverines. Brooke Benger coming to the plate. She had a fantastic catch to end the 3rd inning. Right down the right field line. Tracked it down nicely. See if she can get Wolverine runners across the plate on the board. A high pitch outside. Score update in the Hiller boys versus Westwood boys baseball game. The Hillers up 2-1 through 2 innings. They're now in the top of the 3rd. That ball is hit well, tracking towards right field, and a great play by the center fielder, able to get the glove on that and get out of the inning unscathed with no runs. So a terrific catch there. And that's going to get the Hillers out of the inning. The top of the 4th inning, still up 5-0 on the Wolverines. Welcome back. Kelly Arthur at the plate. She had the nice catch in center field to end the top of the fourth inning on a Brooke Benger line drive to center. Takes a strike called. So 2 strikes for Arthur. Arthur had struck out in her first at bat in the second inning. And Malkeen gets the strikeout to kick off the bottom of the fourth. Malkeen with her 5th strikeout. And Addie Walls back up at the plate. She has 2 hits on the day. Takes a first pitch strike. She's had well-placed hits in the outfield and then has been able to score the Hiller runs, 2 of them. And a rip right up the middle. That's going to work its way towards the wall, but cut off by Raffoni, who's going to throw it into second. And a double for Walls. 3 for 3 on the day. Walls a terrific hitter, terrific player in general. Ton of strikeouts so far today and 3 for 3 at the plate. First pitch strike for Malkeen on the batter Zoe Levine. Levine had a single in her last at-bat. Struck out in the first inning. He's got a 1-1 count with 1 out. And Malkeen able to get Levine to chase there for the second strike. A little off-speed pitch there. It looked like it had a little rise to it as well. Swing and a miss. Malkeen gets the strikeout and her 6th strikeout of the game. So 2 outs. 2 outs and going to bring Caroline Osmond to the plate. She's hit by a pitch. Or she grounded out to Malkeen in the first. And she had a single. Takes a first pitch called strike. Ball in play. That's going to get through the second base gap. And runners, and that scores. Actually scores Walls. So Walls able to get across to get the Hiller 6th run off the single by Osman. Nice piece of hitting there. Got that right through, right over the bag. Her second hit. And gets Walls across home for the 6th run. 6-0 Hillers here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs. Holly Paharic up at the plate. First pitch ball. Paharic with a couple hits. Scored 2 runs. Takes a strike called. 1 ball and 1 strike. We got a pinch runner at first for Osman. Ball in play. Just missed was French diving at second. They're going to check in on third. Malkeen cut that off to try and get Paul Herrick at first. She got to the bag safely. So runners at first and third. still with 2 outs. Off the single from Paul Harrick. The runner goes, and Walsh just throws it to Marino with the cutoff to just focus in on the batter. You throw that to second, there's a good chance that third base runner is going to work their way in for the run. So smart play. That's the first pitch fouled off, 1 ball and 1 strike. For Charlotte Holden. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. Off-speed pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. That pitch is high. 3 balls and 1 strike for Holden. Holden had a single. That ball is outside for ball 4, so the bases are going to be loaded. Bring up Zoe Adams, who's the designated hitter for the Hillers. Zoe has grounded to pitcher Bridget Malkeen, as well as she struck out in her last at-bat. And the ball is in play right to Malkeen. She picks it up, throws it to first to end the inning. So after 4 innings, Hopkinton 6, Westwood nothing. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the start of the 5th inning. Welcome back to Hopkinton. Wolverines up at the plate to kick off the top of the 5th inning. Mia French kicking it off for the Wolverines. Got a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Mia struck out in her first plate appearance. Gets a nice piece of this one, heading down the right field line. And what a catch by the Hillers. That was Cammie Trendle in right field, tracking that down. What a catch. There was a lot of ground to cover, about like 30, 40 feet. She got right to it, able to get a glove on it and get the out. So impressive play so far down the right field line. That was a great piece also by French. Raffoni up at the plate. It's a swing and a miss. So no balls and 2 strikes. Julia Raffoni, the center fielder for the Wolverines, and called strike 3. 11 strikeouts for Walls. Having a day. Dialed in. Not an easy day to pitch in with the cold air. And Bella Gentile up at the plate. Takes a first pitch ball. Bella is the designated hitter. Takes a called strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Addie Wall's doing a good job of getting quick outs. And then when the Wolverines have been getting into scoring position, did she hold? Umpire down the right field line says yes. So that's going to be a ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike. But done a terrific job of getting quick outs. And then when Wolverines have been able to get runners on and advance them, they've had timely plays in the field. Takes a strike there. So going to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So deuces are wild. 2-2 pitch, fouled off at the backstop. Nice job by Gentile, able to fight that one off. Tough pitch. So back to a 2-2 pitch. 2 outs. Just outside. So full count for Bella Gentile. Top of the order on deck with Sasha Marino. And a swing and a miss by Gentile. Addie Walls gets her 12th strikeout of the game through 4.5 innings. So we'll take a quick break to kick off the bottom 5. Hopkinton Hillers up 6-0. You're watching HCAM coverage of TVL Large Softball. Tenley Wynn going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Hillers. Tenley had that liner down the right field line. The great play made by Brooke Banger. Mulkeen gets the first pitch strike. That ball is low, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Quick game so far. We are at the bottom of the 5th. Hillers up 6-0. And outside of the Hiller bats, the story has been Addie Walls. 12 strikeouts on the day. And then doing it at the plate, 3 for 3. 3 runs. It's been a terrific leadoff hitter for the Hillers. So Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to win. Two-two pitch. That ball's in play and right through the second base and shortstop gap again. We've seen about 4 hits go right up the middle for hits today. It's been a popular area. Well positioned. I mean, there's just no one standing over the bag, so it's been a great position for the Hillers on a lot of those hits up the middle. That ball is hit foul. That is Ashley Callery. So Wynn is on first with the hit. Callery up at the plate. Callery third base for the Hillers. She's got 1 strike. Swinging again, fouled off by Callery. So update in the baseball game. We are now in the bottom of the 4th. Hopkinton up 2-1 on Westwood. This ball is in play. Mulkeen gets a glove on it. Throw to first in time to get the second out. There's a beautiful play there by Mulkeen, able to track that down. Picks it up with a quick throw over to Eve Clinton to get the out in time. And that is actually, it looks like Westwood's first out. So 1 out, which helped advance Wynn to second base. First pitch ball. Callie Arthur. This one's in play down the right side. Clinton's going to hit the bag for the out, and we have 2 outs. Nice play there by the freshman. A lot of hits and a lot of balls that come off the bat when Mulkeen is pitching is down the right side of the infield. She, with the velocity she has on her pitches, we see a ton of action that goes down the right side, and then even right field as well. And on a lot of those hits where runners on, we've seen them down the right side. So it's an active part of the infield when Bridget is pitching. We got Addie Walls back at the plate, looking to get her 4th hit of the game, but a nice play there by Eve Clinton. Steps on the bag and gets the Wolverines out of the inning with no runs scored. So after 5 innings, Hillers 6, Wolverines nothing. We'll take a quick break. You're watching HCAM coverage of TVL Large Softball between the Westwood Wolverines and your Hopkinton Hillers. Top of the order coming up for the Wolverines. Sasha Marino, the shortstop, senior captain, going to lead it off for the Wolverines. Mia Poles on deck. Sasha's had a couple well-hit balls, but to well-placed fielders, looking to get her first hit of the game. She's a dangerous hitter. Able to get her first home run of the season and Westwood's home game versus Norwood the other day. Westwood put up a new home run fence, a little bit closer. That the home run fence currently, or that they had in the past, is very, very deep, and they put a new one up that is aligned with a lot of the distances, of TVL fields, and hit her first one, and the first one recorded for Westwood softball. So really cool, and a well hit ball. Paul Herrick able to get a glove on it. Nice play there too by the first base to get the short hop, and a quick out for the Hillers. It's going to bring up Mia Poles. Mia had a hit in the third inning for the Wolverines, looking to get back on base. It's the swing and miss there. Walls has been terrific today. 12 strikeouts on the day for the Hiller pitcher. 3 hits as well. She's looking to get her 4th hit the last inning, but Eve Clinton made a terrific play at first base. This ball is well positioned, and that's going to get in play and on the ground. So Poles now with 2 hits, which is going to bring Izzy Walsh to the plate. Poles 2 hits on the day for the Wolverines. Walsh swing and a miss on the first pitch. Walsh still with plenty left in the tank. Good velocity on that pitch. No 1 pitch. That is low. It's a good job by Osman to keep that in front of her. Both these catchers terrific. They keep a lot of the short hop pitches in front of them, to not allow for runners to advance. That's strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Walsh. A 1-2 pitch. That's high off the backstop. Poles is going to advance to second and gets there standing. So Poles in scoring position for the Wolverines. And Walsh going to have a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And a strikeout for Walls, her 13th of the game. Mulkeen coming to the plate. She had a double early on in the game, a well-hit one. Takes a first pitch ball. Able to hit a nice double in the center right field gap. Made it to second, was stranded there. The Wolverines weren't able to get her across the board. But Mulkeen looking to get Poles across. That's a well-hit ball towards right field. And then played by the right fielder for the 3rd out. So after 5.5, Hiller's still up 6-0 on the Wolverines. Hiller's coming back up to the plate here, the bottom of the 6th inning, up 6-0 on the Wolverines. Zoe Levine leading off for the Hillers. Mulkeen gets the first pitch, swing and a miss there by Levine for quick 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch is fouled to the backstop. And Mulkeen, it's a quick 0-2 count to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Off-speed pitch, able to get a piece of that. That was a great piece of hitting there by Levine, able to get the tail end of the bat on that to stay alive. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 6th here. And pitch just outside, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well hit ball down the right side. Gets over the head of Fenger. She's able to get a glove on it, throws it in. Does a good job getting on it quickly where keeps the runner at first. And they're going to allow her to advance to second. I'm not sure why. I think there might have been interference at first base that is allowing that. So runner is going to advance to second. Levine able to get to second with Osman coming up. And that one is well hit. That's in the gap in right field. It's going to make its way to the fence. Levine is going to score standing. Osman standing up at second with the stand-up double, RBI double. Put the Hillers up 7-0. Osman with the double gets another run across. And we got Paul Hark up there. Hark already with a couple hits, RBI. Very productive day for her. She's been great in the field as well. And takes a foul off to the right side for an 0-1 count. We have a tie game in the boys' game. They're tied up at 2-2. That ball is hit down the right side. Abby Johnson with the throw to first, and safe called. I'm going to say that Clinton came off the bag, and Paharik is going to run to second. So Paharik makes her way to second. And the Hillers going to have runners on second and third with no outs. With Charlotte Holden up at the plate. Pitch from Mulkeen, call strike. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runners on second and third. That ball is low. 1 ball, 1 strike count. That one is fouled off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mulkeen looking to get first out here on the 6th for the Wolverines. While Holden looking to get an additional 2 across if she gets to single. Pitch from Mulkeen. That is just a little high, so even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off to the backstop. This count's still at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch by Mulkeen, that's in play, heading towards shortstop, gets by Marino, and 2 runs score. So 2-run single for Charlotte Holden. And that puts the Hillers up 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. So just got by Marino into center field and scores 2 there. Strike called to Zoe Adams. That's a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball in play at second base. French had the hand on it, but unable to get a grip, and both players gonna get to second and first safely. A tough play to make. As I mentioned, it's pretty cold out, so it's hard to get a grip. And don't blame any players out there. It's hard to get a grip on the ball, especially on the transfers from the glove to the hand. Tenley Wynn is going to foul that off to the backstop. From the start of the game till now, it has gotten increasingly colder. Also got a nice chilling wind as well. Able to get a piece of that one. Foul, so no balls, 2 strikes to win. Oh, 2 pitch from Mulkeen. That's fouled off over the Westwood dugout. Yeah, this feels like football season. This feels like late football season. We're not necessarily dressed well for these. You know, we think spring it's going to be maybe a, oh, and it gets the swing and miss and the strikeout. So Mulkeen gets the strikeout for the first out for Westwood here in the bottom of the 6th. Ashley Callery coming to the plate. Swings and miss on the first one. This one's in play. Marino keeps the ball in front of her, but unable to get a grip on it. She was looking to pick it up, touch the bag on second to get the throw to first for a double play, but difficult to do. It's a cold one, which is going to load the bases. It's going to bring up Callie Arthur to the plate, center fielder. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's from a strikeout by Mulkeen, looking to add to it here. This one's in play. Clinton throws to home. Able to get the force play. Very smart play there by Clinton. Got the force at home. That was the only out, so 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th. plate is Addie Walls. Addie has been all world today on the mound and at the plate. What a terrific player. Gets this one through the shortstop gap. He's going to score 2. They've got a runner in the pickle. They get the tag on and safe at third. So while Walls is able to advance to second, so an additional 2 runs scored there on the hit by Walls with her 4th hit of the game, 4 for 5 on the day. And a ton of RBIs. She has been absolutely terrific. That's 11-0 Hillers. Pitch from Mulkeen is a ball. Zoe Levine up at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. So Arthur at third, Walls at second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off at the plate by Levine. Pitch from Mulkeen, that one heading towards third base. Johnson with the throw and gets the out, and that's going to get the Wolverines out of the inning. So after 5.5, Hopkinton 11, Westwood nothing. Hiller is going to get, or Wolverines going to get their last at bats if they can get a runner across the board, while the Hiller's looking to get the shutout. So Hiller's looking to cap off a very productive day. Addie Walls, 13 strikeouts on the day. He's gone 4 for 5 at the plate. In the boys' game, it is still tied up at 2, but bases loaded for the Hillers with 2 outs. That's been an interesting game, back and forth. Is Tom Nappy on the call? The Wolverines coming to the plate, top 7. They're down 11-0. They're not going to win this, but they want to certainly get on the board and not leave Hopkinton with a shutout. Johnson, sharply hit ball to second base. Paul Harrick trying to get a hand on it off the ricochet, and that is going to advance Abby Johnson a second on an overthrown ball. Ball went off the second base. The second baseman for the Hillers, Paul Harrick, was able to get a throw over to first. That got by the first baseman and allowed Johnson to get to advance to second base. So up at the plate now, it looks like a pinch hitter for the Wolverines. No, it's Brooke Benger. So Brooke Benger up at the plate. Follows that off to the right side. Brooke has been an impressive freshman so far for the Wolverines. At bat and also in the field. The Wolverines got 4 freshmen in the starting lineup, so very bright future for the team. They have some terrific leaders that they're looking up to and learning from. Pitch is in play. The second on to first for the out. Johnson able to advance to third. So 1 out with Johnson at third. Going to see Mia French. Mia, another freshman, I believe, for the Wolverines. Fouls that one off. Walls 0-1 on French. French hits it in play to Paharik. The throw to first is good. But the Wolverines able to get Johnson across for their first run of the game and get the Wolverines on the board, 11-1. So the Wolverines on the board with their first run here in the top of the 7. It was French with the ground out and the RBI to bring Johnson in home. That's 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, looks like a new hitter for Westwood. Catherine Granada. So 2 balls, no strikes. Granada, another freshman for Westwood, takes ball 3. .30 pitch, calls strike. Swing and a miss there, so we have a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes at 2 outs. Top 7. And that is a strike 3 call, the 14th strikeout for Addie Walls today, and that is going to clinch the win for the Hillers. Very impressive day for the Hillers. Winners 11-1 over Westwood. Walls with 13 strikeouts on the day, only 1 run given up on 5 hits for the Wolverines. Very, very impressive win in a TVL large matchup between the co-champs from last year. And a very cold day and a terrific day by the Hillers. And want to give a shout out Tom Nappy and H-Cam. Was delighted to call this game, and certainly looking forward to the next matchup between the Hillers and the Wolverines. Maybe we get Tom out to Westwood for that, but that is going to do it here at Hopkinton. Hillers 11-1 winners of the Westwood Wolverines. Thank you all for tuning in. See you all very soon on the next one.